Welcome once again to the Hall of History. Today, we journey to one of the greatest civilizations ever to shape the world. From humble beginnings beside the Tiber River to an empire spanning 3 continents, this is the story of ancient Rome. According to Roman tradition, the story of Rome began not with an army or an empire, but with 2 abandoned brothers. Romulus and Remus, descendants of the Trojan hero Aeneas, were left to die beside the Tiber River. Legend tells that a she-wolf discovered the helpless infants and nursed them until they were found by the shepherd Faustulus and his wife, who raised them as their own sons. As they grew into strong and courageous leaders, destiny would soon call upon the brothers to build a city that would one day become the heart of one of history's greatest civilizations. As the brothers reached adulthood, they decided to establish a new city near the banks of the Tiber River. But what began as a shared dream soon became a bitter rivalry. Unable to agree on the exact location, Romulus and Remus turned to the ancient practice of interpreting the will of the gods through the flight of birds. When the dispute escalated, Remus mocked the sacred walls his brother had begun to build by leaping over them. Enraged, Romulus struck him down, declaring that any who crossed Rome's walls would meet the same fate. In 753 BC, Romulus became the city's first king, marking the legendary birth of ancient Rome. Under the rule of Romulus and the kings who followed, Rome began to grow from a small settlement into a thriving city. Defensive walls were strengthened, roads were laid, and temples rose in honor of the gods. Trade flourished as merchants traveled the Tiber River, bringing wealth, new ideas, and skilled craftsmen from across Italy. The Roman army also became more organized, transforming ordinary citizens into disciplined soldiers prepared to defend their homeland. Although still modest compared to the great kingdoms of the ancient world, Rome was steadily building the foundations of the power, order, and resilience that would one day allow it to dominate the Mediterranean and shape the course of history. After nearly 2.5 centuries of kings, the Roman people grew weary of absolute rule. According to tradition, the final king, Lucius Tarquinius Superbus, governed with cruelty and arrogance, and his family's abuses ignited a public uprising. In 509 BC, the monarchy was overthrown, and a new form of government was born, the Roman Republic. Instead of a king, elected magistrates and the Senate shared the responsibilities of leadership, creating a system designed to balance power and represent the interests of Rome's citizens. Though far from perfect, the Republic encouraged civic duty, military service, and political participation. This bold experiment in government would guide Rome's expansion for centuries and influence democratic institutions throughout the world. With the Republic firmly established, Rome turned its attention beyond its own borders. Through disciplined armies, strategic alliances, and determined leadership, the Romans gradually brought the entire Italian peninsula under their control. Some cities accepted Roman rule peacefully, while others resisted and were defeated in battle. Rather than simply destroying their rivals, Rome often allowed conquered communities to retain many of their local customs while requiring loyalty and military service. This combination of strength, diplomacy, and organization transformed Rome from a regional city-state into the dominant power in Italy, preparing it for even greater conflicts across the Mediterranean. As the Republic expanded, Rome transformed its citizen army into one of the most disciplined military forces the ancient world had ever seen. Blacksmiths forged thousands of swords, spears, shields, and armor. Young recruits trained relentlessly, learning formations, discipline, and endurance. Roman engineers built roads, bridges, and fortified camps, allowing entire legions to move with remarkable speed. With every victory, Rome's influence spread farther across the Italian peninsula, preparing the Republic for conflicts that would soon determine the fate of the Mediterranean. Across the sea, however, another great power was rising. The wealthy city of Carthage would become Rome's greatest rival, setting the stage for one of history's most legendary military commanders, Hannibal Barca. Rome's greatest challenge came from Carthage and its brilliant commander, Hannibal Barca. In one of history's most daring military campaigns, Hannibal led tens of thousands of soldiers, cavalry, and war elephants across the towering Alps to invade Italy from the north. The journey claimed many lives, yet the survivors stunned the Romans with a series of crushing victories, including the devastating Battle of Cannae. Despite these defeats, Rome refused to surrender. Instead, Roman generals avoided direct confrontation, rebuilt their armies, and carried the war into North Africa. At the Battle of Zama in 202 BC, Scipio Africanus defeated Hannibal, securing Rome's dominance over the Western Mediterranean. As Rome's influence spread across Europe and the Mediterranean, one man rose above all others, Julius Caesar. A brilliant military commander, he conquered Gaul, expanding Roman territory and earning the loyalty of his soldiers. But his growing power alarmed the Senate, who feared he would overthrow the Republic. In 49 BC, Caesar crossed the Rubicon River with his army, igniting a civil war that changed Rome forever. After emerging victorious, he introduced sweeping reforms and was declared dictator for life. Yet on the Ides of March in 44 BC, a group of senators assassinated Caesar, believing they were saving the Republic. Instead, his death opened the door to an even greater transformation. After Julius Caesar's assassination, Rome was plunged into years of civil war as powerful leaders fought for control of the Republic. Caesar's adopted heir, Octavian, ultimately emerged victorious after defeating Mark Antony and Cleopatra at the Battle of Actium. In 27 BC, the Senate honored him with the title Augustus, making him the first emperor of Rome. While preserving the appearance of the old Republic, Augustus centralized authority, strengthened the military, expanded trade, and restored stability throughout the empire. His leadership marked the beginning of the Roman Empire and ushered in an extraordinary era of peace, prosperity, and expansion. that would become known as the Pax Romana. Under Augustus and the emperors who followed, Rome entered an extraordinary period known as the Pax Romana, or Roman peace. For nearly 2 centuries, the empire enjoyed remarkable stability, allowing commerce, culture, and innovation to flourish across 3 continents. Thousands of miles of roads connected distant provinces, while aqueducts carried fresh water into growing cities. Engineers built magnificent temples, amphitheaters, and bridges that demonstrated Rome's unmatched skill and ambition. Merchants traveled safely across the Mediterranean, exchanging goods, ideas, and traditions from Britain to Egypt. During this golden age, Rome reached the height of its power, leaving behind achievements in law, engineering, architecture, and government that continue to influence the modern world. By the early 4th century, the Roman Empire faced growing political divisions and repeated struggles for power. From this turbulent era emerged Constantine the Great, one of Rome's most influential emperors. Before the Battle of the Milvian Bridge in AD 312, tradition tells that Constantine saw a heavenly sign promising victory. After securing his triumph, he issued the Edict of Milan, granting Christians the freedom to worship openly after centuries of persecution. Constantine also founded a magnificent new imperial capital at Constantinople, strategically positioned between Europe and Asia. His reign transformed the Roman world, forever linking the empire with Christianity and shaping the religious, political, and cultural future of Europe for centuries to come. Although Constantine transformed the Roman Empire and established Constantinople as its new capital, the empire would eventually divide into Eastern and Western realms. While the Eastern Empire endured for centuries, the Western Roman Empire gradually weakened under political instability, economic decline, and repeated invasions. In AD 476, the last Western Roman emperor was deposed, marking the traditional end of ancient Rome. Yet Rome's story did not truly end. Its laws, engineering, military organization, architecture, language, and ideals continued to shape civilizations across Europe and beyond. From towering aqueducts and enduring roads to systems of government and justice, the legacy of Rome remains woven into the foundations of the modern world. Though its empire faded, the spirit of Rome lives on, etched into history, remembered through its monuments, and preserved here within the Hall of History.